Hello, Aaron Sawatsky here. It's April 22nd. It's our first day of planting of the 2021 season. And here I have an example of a furrow that I dug up to examine the seed placement and depth. You can see here the seeds placed pretty evenly and accurately. The depth is about 3/4 of an inch. We have very good seed spacing. The grower was looking for 4.5 inches, and that's exactly what we came up with. There is very good moisture in the furrow. And at that 3/4 inch depth, that's going to allow the seed to pop very quickly, not have to come up through a lot of residue and a lot of soil, and it's going to get going very quickly. So this is a very good situation. Now, from a different perspective, I wanted to show what on top of the furrow looks like. This is the area we just dug up. This is about 30% residue coverage, and it's exactly what we're looking for. This amount of residue allows enough heating of the ground because you can see the blackness absorbs the sunlight, and yet it prevents blowing because there's enough residue to stop the soil particles before they can get up and take the whole field off. But as we move over here, you can see in the same field, we have a little strip here that has a little bit higher residue. Now, this isn't necessarily a problem, but what this can do is you can see the brightness of it. It could maybe prevent the soil from heating up quite as quickly. But you can see we still had good seed to soil contact here. We're still able to pack the ground down pretty nicely. So this is going to be okay. This is a situation that is probably not going to be ideal. This is about 75% coverage. And this just had a lot of residue in the fall, and we didn't get good breakdown over the winter. So when we work this field, we don't want to overwork, but we want to try to incorporate as much of this stuff as we can. You can see that we didn't get a good job packing it down, and this could have problems with seed to soil contact. In addition, if the wind does start blowing pretty heavily, the trash itself could actually take out emerged beets. And finally, if we were spraying herbicides or soil applied herbicides pre-emerge, this would tie up those herbicides before they're able to bind to soil particles. Lastly, we're showing some hairpinning here. You can see in the middle left, when those high trash fields, sometimes what happens is the disc openers take that residue and it pops it straight up and down. So those wheat straws become like little wicks, and what they do is they siphon moisture directly out of the furrow. If we get too many of these and we get a dry year, this can become a really big issue that we want to avoid, and another good reason not to have this much residue if you can avoid it. So just to recap here, this is what a 30% residue field looks like. This is what we're looking for. And to get this type of level, we have to do good management in the fall and good work in the spring. I appreciate you listening to the video, and please call me with any questions you may have.